Welcome back to Rage's channel. I'm looking again at my Minecraft multiplayer server. The server I'm on is Bad Wolf Bay, with a number of YouTubers who are building creations and doing that sort of thing. And today's just an update kind of on what I've been doing for the last few days. So I think that I've gotten quite a bit done based on what my last video was like. You can already see now a creeper just blew up near me, so they made a huge hole right next to my base, which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to fill that in. Right before I started the video, this creeper blew up right here, but I'm not gonna do it all right now. And of course, it's gonna start raining right when I start making my video. Typical, of course. So let's see. We've got a. I'm kind of crazy because what I did is I actually built a second farm for my trees. I put a different type of tree down there. It's a tree from the snow biome. I think what I'm actually going to do is get rid of that area, and I'm thinking of making it like a display area of all the different types of blocks that are available, so that when I change texture packs I can just run down there and take a quick look at it. I know you can do it in creative mode, but I like to have it on a multiplayer server just so I don't have to log out and all that stuff. It's just neat to have too. So I don't know that I need 2 tree farms, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm not going to look at the Yellowstone Lodge. You can already tell there's been a lot done on it, but we're not going to go over there. So one thing you'll notice here is that huge ugly building that had my cobblestone generator in it is gone. I've gotten rid of it. I think I've done a really good job getting rid of it. I'm actually going to clean it up a little bit more here. You can see that the ground still has cobblestone on it, but I may kind of arrange it in a nice little area or put glass down so it looks a little nicer. I just put a tree right in the middle of the top of the cobblestone generator. And you can see the top of the cobblestone generator here. It's just ringed by the forges. That keeps it from growing infinitely. And I put some torches on the tree. I think that looks kind of nice and natural, especially since this is kind of like the Yellowstone Lodge. I don't want things to get too out of hand in terms of cobblestone and stone buildings. I still have this stone structure for the portal, and I'm actually thinking about removing the supports for it and putting trees there. I think trees would look really nice. I can still leave the cobblestone staircase, but if I get some other kind of cool stair that I can make, like a wooden stair or something, I might do that just to make it look more natural again, because I don't want to detract too much from the actual lodge. So let's go take a look at my base real quick before we go look at the lodge, and I'll show you what I've done differently. I had the big farm before. I haven't done a lot over there. I now have a bed, so that's nice, right? Let's see here. I was getting pestered by people on the server, like, don't you have a bed? Because I kept running back from the city back to my base. But I finally got the bed, so I'm good for that. Actually, what I did is I rearranged the forges so they were kind of easier to access and they look a little nicer, separated by wooden blocks. I'd like to, when I get time, actually, is to do this sort of deal where we put something else here. Maybe I'll put like a, who knows. But for now, wood might be good. Just fill it in, make it look a little nicer. So the other thing is I put a chest here, and I've got a bunch of stuff in the chest. I'm starting to get an organization structure here. I get the signs with my chests because I got too much stuff, and I just want to keep it in its places. I've got like the chest of dirt. I don't know if I had that before in the last video, but anyway, let's run around here real quick, and then we'll go look at the lodge. So actually, there's a hole down here. I put a trapdoor, but it's kind of, and of course here I am putting wooden blocks in the way. I found there's another cave right below my base. And ignore the chat there, but you can see there's a trapdoor going down into this dungeon. It doesn't really work because I made it a staircase, but just ignore that. I'm kind of working on this area. This is the cobblestone generator, and you can see it underground here, going up to the ceiling. So I think that looks pretty nice. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit, but overall it's nice to have a cobblestone generator, and it's really nice to have it underground. So let me go back upstairs and see the lodge. I didn't show the second forest because you saw that through the glass. Like I said, I'm gonna make it like a display thing. But all right, let's go over here. Let's see. So last time we saw this, all we had were the cobblestone columns and the wood and the cobblestone floor. I added the wood flooring in front of the main entrance to the Yellowstone Lodge. You can see this is the doorway. I'm not sure what to do with the doorway yet because it's big. There's big doors on the actual lodge. I don't know if a double door will really do it justice. I may have to make a piston type door to make it open automatically, also to keep the creatures from knocking it down all the time. So here's kind of what I've been working on over here. You can see this wing of the building is done more or less in terms of the actual structure. I still have to put some glass up in the windows, but overall I've got it pretty much walled in. Let's see, put some glass down here just while I'm over here. So this area, this wing of the thing, I've obviously got to flesh out and make it look a little nicer. The funny part about it is it's only for the first floor. So what I'm going to have is another floor on top of this, maybe even a floor above that before the ceiling, because the ceiling's a slanted ceiling on the lodge, and the real lodge is like a 5-story building, I believe. And I may just make the ceilings really high in this and have like a 3-story building instead, just so I don't have too many floors and too much running around. I want to make it fairly simple. It's based off that lodge. So there, I'm done with the windows. So this wing is done in terms of like having a structure to it. I may seal it off to keep enemies from coming. So let's walk around the boundary of the lodge to show you how big this is. So there's the entrance. I'm still kind of in the entryway. The biggest part of the lodge by far is this entryway, and it encompasses from that door, the big door over there, back through this water to about where I'm standing, I would say. There's a huge fire pit right here. And then if you go all the way to the very back of the lodge, there's actually another fire pit way in the back over here. And then off to this direction, where it kind of curves out a little bit, is actually, I believe, a restaurant in the actual building. So I'll have to do something like that. It'll be a little room. It'll be a lot of windows looking out on the trees and the nice area out there. Let's keep wandering around so you can just give you an idea of the size of this structure. Now you can see my pillars were pretty accurate in terms of the floor plan. You can see there's the pillar over there in the corner and a pillar over there. It doesn't really span quite that far, but from a square perspective it does. Okay, so here's this edge of the building, and here's the other side over here. So it's really quite large. It's going to be neat when it's done. I'm going to fill in a lot of this water. I don't want it to be all watery around, especially on the inside. And it looks like I even have a tree here. I'll take care of it later, but there's a tree actually where the floor will be, so I'll take care of that. Thought I'd gotten all the trees. But I hope you've enjoyed this little tour through the Yellowstone Lodge. It's getting there. It's going to take time, obviously. I'm only on the first floor, and that first floor is pretty square looking, pretty bland. Once you start getting that slanted roof on there and start putting in the windows and the decoration, it's really going to start to come alive, I think. So hope you enjoyed. Join me next time for my next update, and I promise it's going to be amazing. Oh, there's another thing that's pretty cool up here. I'm not going to go up there, but this is a balcony actually for the Yellowstone Lodge, and you can see the fencing around it. That's going to be pretty cool because you can come out of the raised building. Doesn't come all the way to touch this. It'll be way back there, so you won't be able to. You'll see the raised roof in the distance, but you'll be able to come out here and just hang out on the porch. I'm going to put torches up there. Kind of gives a great view out this direction, which is why in many ways I don't want this portal to be too huge of a distraction, since that's actually like a viewing area. In fact, I may even have to move that portal, off just to keep it out of the way. So, well, it's still raining, and although it's still daytime, but I'm gonna log off for now. I just wanted to give you guys a quick run through of my little swamp lodge out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe in my next episode I'll take a look at some of the other buildings that are out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know if there's really anybody near me or not. I'm gonna have to find that out. I'd like to do some exploring. So what I'll probably do is spend some time running out in the wilderness, seeing if there's kind of just anybody nearby at all. It would be nice to see if I have a neighbor a little closer than 2,000 blocks to the spawn point. So catch you later.